Come inside for the mountain bike edition.
Okay, we're here with Ron again. We're here in the mountain bike section, and I have some real serious buddies that love the mountain bike ride. And so tell us a little bit about mountain bikes in general. I know we're here at the Yeti section here, but if you go ahead and give us some insight on some of the mountain biking.
You know, and mountain biking can get so technical. You can take a mountain bike and just ride on some smooth trails. You can take them here in the trails of Colorado. That's what these kind of bikes are here. They have between 3 and 5 inches of travel. This is a rear suspension and a front suspension. And then you also have some bikes that are called downhill bicycles. It's almost like a motorcycle where you take the ski lift up and you go bombing down the hill. You don't have to have that kind of bike to go necessarily bomb down a hill. You can use this, but there's a lot of options. What's great about a mountain bike is you have these tunable suspensions, generally an air shock in the back, so you set it up for your rider weight. Same thing for the front. Most of the bikes now have disc brakes on it. Very wide range of gears, so you have a super low gear and then you have a great gear for keeping up on the downhill. And the thing about a mountain bike is that when it's set up properly and you're balanced and you're riding well, you can ride over some pretty amazing rocks and some pretty amazing terrain.
Some technical stuff.
Very technical. And get through there with a technical ability. And the newer bicycles, what I've noticed is, I'm not a great mountain biker. I come back from a road bike racing, I raced road bikes for 20 years. I get on a mountain bike and I'm like, yeah, I'm a little shaky in this. But when I get the better mountain bikes, the suspensions that are set up, it's like, hey, I'm a pretty good mountain biker now. So
and they've come a long ways even in the last 15 years, haven't they?
15 years especially, but even in the last 5 years.
Wow.
Just the way the suspensions are set up, you can get as technical as you want, but I tell you, when you go to a really nice suspension mountain bike, it makes mountain biking a lot of fun. And if you like to be out there in the woods and on the single track trails and like that kind of challenge, mountain biking is the way to go.
So if you haven't been on a mountain bike in a while, maybe you have an old mountain bike, I think now is a good time to maybe check into what these mountain bikes offer you today, because there's so much change with them. And you might just find, of course, in Colorado, one of the biggest mountain biking areas in probably the world, actually.
Yeah, we have some incredible trails along the Front Range. And then you go to like Winter Park and Keystone, Breckenridge. They have the slopes and the ski slopes where you can take the lifts up. And then you can also go out to the western slope, Grand Junction, Fruita. And as far as Moab, there's amazing mountain bike trails, and every year it keeps getting better. We have a golden mountain bike park now just recently built where you can perfect your skills and have some fun out there. So an ability for you to ride, but the cool thing is, if you just like to go down to the creek or the trail and there's a little trail down there for you to ride, this is just fun to get out there and get a little fresh air and exercise. And certainly you don't have to go to this level, but it's great to get out there and know that you have a bike that can handle that terrain and you can be safe with.
And I like what you're saying there, so even if you're a casual rider, you can get out there on a mountain bike and just cruise around, even if it's just a flat trail.
Sure.
Or some smaller hills or whatever.
You can do that at mountain bike, and let's go look at our urban bikes and our cross bikes, because there's some good options also there.
Let's do it.